NASA was using these machines to build strings and astronauts, it's completely unsafe.
All in, we're probably around the 150K mark.
What would you say the total investment was to kind of get started?
200K?
The truth is, even the best trainer in the world has no idea how much weight your body can handle that particular day because it's unsafe. At the gym.
So this business came off of a problem that you had personally.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so today we're outside of Body Emporium. We are still in Alexandria, Virginia, and we are gonna visit Brian and Victoria. Not only are they couples who are married, but they're also married within this business. They're business partners. They started Body Emporium, which uses technology and AI to give you the most efficient workouts to be able to strengthen your muscle and grow them. What's really nice with this is it's a woman-owned business to where she actually had a problem where she was trying to develop up muscle by working Pilates, but she quickly found out Pilates wasn't the way to be able to help her develop up the muscle that she needed to be able to help live a healthier lifestyle. So she put together a strength training program that actually able to help women boost up muscle and become healthier overall. And it solved her problem, and it's solving a whole bunch of other people's problems. Let's go inside and let's meet up with Brian and Victoria right now. Yeah, so before you started this business, I heard that you've been a business owner for a while now, right?
Yeah, a little over 5 years now. My first business was a production company, still running today.
Okay. And how did you guys get to the point now where you guys decided to start this? Did the relationship come before the business?
Yeah, the relationship came before the business.
Yeah.
The relationship came as a result of the business.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, Victoria was originally a classically trained Pilates instructor. I had just started out and she found me, hired me to make a video for her Pilates business.
Okay.
That's how we met.
Yeah.
You know, long story short,
Yeah.
got to dating, been together now for the same, probably as long as I've been running my first business. So we're coming up, what, like 5 years, something like that?
Okay.
6.
We don't even know.
Yeah.
But
She doesn't know. It's okay.
You keep counting. It's like we don't know. Sounds like someone knows.
10 years, 15, something like that. I have, my background is in classical Pilates.
Mm-hmm.
I used to live and breathe classical Pilates. But as I was getting closer to my 40s, that little muscle that I developed with Pilates started going away. So my body started breaking apart. Pilates sold me the idea that Pilates is all you had to do to grow muscle, to build bone, and it wasn't true. So I started getting into strength training, and then I ran into another problem because no trainers who I've tried, they didn't know how to work with my body. I don't have your typical body. I have scoliosis. I've had it since I was 8 years old.
Oh.
So I either ended up getting hurt doing traditional weight training, or it was more like a physical therapy approach, which I enjoyed, but it wasn't growing any muscle.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I came across the machines. I loved everything that I read about the machines. I knew that back then NASA was using these machines to build strings and astronauts before they go to space. I was like, okay, if it's good for NASA.
when they get back to rebuild, right?
So they use the equipment to build strings before they go to
I
space.
thought it was just the back.
Oh, okay.
No. So then, because
Yeah.
when you go to space, there is no gravity in space and you start losing all the muscle.
Okay.
So when they lost all the muscle in space, they're basically back to their previous numbers.
So that's why they're in the wheelchair sometimes, right? When they come back, it's because of that.
Their muscles have atrophied, right, from having no gravity.
Yeah.
We only have bone density and muscle
Because of
mass
gravity.
Because we're constantly being pulled on.
Oh,
You're not being
okay.
pulled on there, so
Yeah.
it's like anything else, use it or lose it, right? So they sort of lose it. So, and to be clear, NASA has since developed,
developed
their
their
own
own
stuff,
equipment,
but when
yeah.
they first got into it, they
Yeah.
were collaborating with ARX and that sort of thing. So you won't see these exact machines.
Right.
The technology is
It's
very
just more or less the same.
Yeah.
And we're picking this location. I mean, I like the stone. Like, it's a nice building, you know, brick with the white. It goes well with the white and the aesthetic with your business.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you pick this specific building? Why was this a
beautiful.
good area?
It's beautiful. I saw it and I fell in love with it. It also has a lot of history. It used to be a hospital during the Civil War.
Whoa.
And so historically, this building is where people got healed. They got help. To me, it was so cool. It was important. Mm-hmm. When I first found it, it was so outside of my budget, but I just knew that I had to make it work.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
This location itself, it stretched me because before I had a very small studio in Falls Church, and for me, this was a big stretch.
And Alexandria is usually more expensive than
Yes.
Falls Church, right?
Yes.
So, man, so out of your budget in a great area, but you really you just felt like it was going to work because of it meet the aesthetics that you were looking for, the
Yes.
history and everything like that.
I made it work.
Okay. And so far, without like necessarily letting us know, financially where it's at now, do you feel like the goals that you were hoping to achieve, are you on pace for that?
Yes, absolutely. Slowly
Okay.
but surely.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to build something very quickly. I am building a thing of quality, step by step.
Yeah. I see that. You guys are very meticulous with everything. And yeah, this is just a beautiful building and a great location to be a part of.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We like it here too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this business came off of a problem that you had personally.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow. So you were able to, now before you started, obviously the business, did you test the equipment somewhere else first? Did you?
No.
No, there wasn't training, there wasn't courses that you bought, there
No.
wasn't
But I
nothing
read
like that?
tons. I am the person of science.
Okay.
And I read all scientific evidence, studies, and
Yeah.
that was enough for me to make the purchase. I knew for sure I was getting a good thing.
And between the two of you, how do you manage like what does what? Are you like the back end while she's here in the operations, or how does that work?
Yeah, so I mean, Victoria, this whole thing is a brainchild of
Yeah.
Victoria's,
Mhm.
right? Because she just knows what works best. It's not just when it comes to the body or strength training or mobility training or
Yes, but-
health and nutrition.
But Brian has a lot more experience with actual weightlifting and strength training, because as I was doing my classical Pilates,
Right.
this man was growing muscle and bone at the gym. He was doing the right thing.
Okay, yeah.
So now I work with most clients. However, when we get an athlete, when we get a very strong person, Brian is the go-to, because
Okay.
he does exercises that I don't do.
Yeah, stuff that I'm just a little more experienced with. And then when it comes to the separation of kind of operation and training versus back-end management, as we alluded to earlier, right? I've been running another business for over 5 years now, so I just bring a little bit more. I'm still obviously very much learning things along the way.
Yeah.
But bringing a little bit more kind of back-end operational knowledge to it. So
Okay.
handling a lot of that kind of back-end, behind the scenes type of stuff.
Yeah.
While Victoria's making sure that all the clients are taken care of, that we're exploring the latest and greatest stuff, and obviously sharing her just wealth of expertise with the clients on a day-to-day basis.
So how long have you actually lived here in the Alexandria area yourself?
3 years,
3 years? And before this, where were you?
I was in Tyson's Corner.
Oh, okay. But in Virginia overall, you've been here for a while.
Yeah, almost 20 years,
Wow.
ever since I moved to the US.
And just like starting a business here, do you feel like you've been able to build a community? As a woman-owned business, do you feel like you've met other business owners and the community has had your back when kind of starting this?
Alexandria is, in my opinion, the best place to start a business. It's so community oriented.
Yeah.
I am blessed with having all the businesses nearby. We all have such a tight sense of community. We'll support one another, and yeah, it's great.
And I see there's other businesses here, right? There's a hair salon right nearby,
Yeah.
and a few other businesses too.
This one is my favorite business. It's a spa for dogs.
Okay.
And they make the cutest haircuts for dogs, and they're all sometimes sitting in that window. It's so cute.
Nice.
Let's begin with that one. It's called AeroRex Alpha. It's a compound exercise machine.
Okay.
And I think you will like it. Go
Nice.
ahead and take a seat. So we're just gonna do 2 simple exercises here. Bring your feet right here on those rungs.
All right.
We'll begin with 1 push exercise for your lower body. It's called leg press. And
Yeah.
then let's do 1 upper body exercise here. It's called row. Because this is the first time you using this machine, we need to set up ranges of motion.
Okay.
The next time, all of this data will be saved and all of your ranges of motion will be saved. So you'll just come in, you'll press 1 button, and the machine will know your exact parameters. It is the best personal trainer on the planet. And I say it as a personal trainer, I cannot do what this machine can do, and you're about to find out why. The truth is, even the best trainer in the world has no idea how much weight your body can handle that particular day.
Yeah.
Even the trainer who takes the most precise, meticulous notes, they still do a lot of guesswork. Because let's say that today you were able to bench press 60 pounds. The muscles have adapted since your previous workout. They grew stronger. So next time, theoretically, you should be able to press out a little bit more, right?
Right.
Let's say 65 pounds. It's something called progressive overload. Instead of just giving you some arbitrary weight based on guesswork, the machine adjusts to your exact strengths at every single millisecond of the exercise. Instead of giving you some random weight, the machine will read how much weight you're pushing out, and the machine will resist. So before we start with the exercise, we need to set up the ranges of motion, only because this is your first time doing it.
Okay.
Next time, it will all be safe. Place your feet on the pedals. Scoot your buttocks all the way up, all the way
All
up.
the way up.
There you
Oh,
go.
okay, that's the right-
And now, friend, go ahead and push. Push with the heels.
Oh, the heels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feels okay here? And you can stop pushing.
Okay.
Now I'll move the machine away from you.
All right.
And go ahead and push with everything you have. And once again, go ahead and push. And let go.
So is the machine like pushing against me or
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, it's just judging. Okay.
So what I'm doing right now, I'm setting up the ranges of motion
Okay.
from your starting position to your ending position that are safe for you. Because you don't want to go to the range of motion where your knees lock out, for example,
Oh,
because that
okay.
can cause a potential injury. But because I will preset, the machine will be programmed in such a way that it will only go to the range of motion that I've set it up for you.
Yeah.
Because in regular leg press, you do not resist as nearly as much weight as you will be resisting today. It is physically impossible to recreate what you're about to do at the gym.
Okay.
And I can explain why after you finish.
Okay.
Yeah, because you will have a better appreciation after you actually experience it. When I press start, the machine will move towards you. You
Okay.
will allow it to move. It's going to move you to our preset beginning position. You'll get a 5-second countdown. After that, I want you to push with the heels.
Okay.
Once you get from your point A to your point B right now, the machine will start moving towards you, and I want you to keep pushing, resisting the machine. Okay? I don't care how you breathe, just don't stop breathing. So
Okay.
we are doing 6 repetitions. You will push on the way out, you will resist on the way in, and then you will get 5 seconds rest in between your reps.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right, let's
You
do
ready?
it. Yes, I'm
Okay,
ready.
let's do it. The machine is about to start moving towards you. Allow it to come to you.
All right.
When it hits 0, go ahead and press with the heels. And push. Beautiful. And the machine is reading how much force you're producing. And now keep pushing, friend. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Don't stop until the bitter end. Let's go. Beautiful. 5-second break. Are you doing okay?
Ooh, yeah.
We have
I
5
see
more
the
to go.
data. Yeah. Can you show this data?
And push.
Oh,
Go,
push
go,
it.
go, go, go. As quickly as possible. Go, 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 go.
Come on now.
Come on now, and now keep
Yeah.
pushing, keep pushing. Yes. Nicely done. 5-second break.
Feel that. Yeah.
When it gets to 0, let's go
Feel
again.
that right.
Push
Okay.
as quickly as possible. I'm straightening my legs. And now keep pushing, Frank. This was your previous
Yeah.
best. I want you to beat your previous self. And now keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Up, 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 up.
Ooh.
Good job.
Wow, I can really see where it started at. Oh, dang. Okay.
We have
It's kind of like no excuses. Oh, dang, the leg's shaking.
Keep pushing. Shaking is good. Now keep that red line up. Nicely done.
Forget to breathe. Dang.
You have 2 more left.
2 more.
2 more. 1 more.
Jeez.
1 more. Let's go.
Oh, let's
Yes.
go. Whew. This is
Keep
no
pushing,
joke.
Frank. Keep pushing. Don't give up. Come on, it's your last one.
Whew.
Just lower your feet down. So do you
Yeah.
remember in the beginning I told you that it's impossible to recreate what you just did at the gym? Remember
I
said
see that. Yeah.
The reason for that is the following. The human body is designed in such a way that you can resist a lot more weight than you can press out. In other words, your eccentric contraction right here in red, your negative,
Right.
is always greater than your concentric contraction when you're actively pressing out.
Okay.
Today, at your absolute max, you were able to push out 531 pounds,
Okay.
and you were able to resist 681 pounds. Now, when you're doing traditional leg press at the gym, before you can lower the weight, you first have to push it out. Is that true?
That's true. Yeah.
So you're constantly underloading yourself because you can resist so much more than you can press out. You understand that?
So because I was never putting the leg press at anything close to that weight.
No, because it's unsafe. At the gym, it's
Yeah.
unsafe. Here, the machine is adjusting to you. If you were to put that weight on your leg rack at the gym, well, what happens when you start reaching failure? Here, the machine is adjusting to you. At the gym,
Yeah, it's unsafe. Yeah.
No, it's completely unsafe. That's why you only do, 6 repetitions,
Yeah.
3 exercises, 1 or 2 sets, and you're done. It's a 20, 30-minute workout once or twice a week.
And do you see, like, because mine, the third one was actually the highest one.
Yeah.
Do you notice that a lot of people, their first rep, like when they're just starting,
Yeah.
is usually not the highest?
100%. And the reason for that is your intelligence.
Okay.
Your central nervous system is smart enough not to go all out in the first or the second rep. Because this thing is so new to you, your central nervous system doesn't perceive it as safe. Your body will hold back. But after the first few, you're like, okay, I get a feel of it.
Yeah.
I know I can push harder. You can only push as hard as your central nervous system allows you. And it takes usually a few times. People come here, and usually after 3 times doing same routine, their brain goes, oh, this is safe. We've done this before, and not only nothing bad has happened, but I've actually felt fantastic after.
And how have you seen, like, if somebody's here, because you've been open for a year now,
Yes.
somebody's like performance over, let's say, 3 months, how
Yes.
have you seen them improve over time?
85% of people in 3 months double their strengths. The other 15%, they're either people with autoimmune stuff, so they can't recover enough. It's people who enjoy their drinks a little too much.
Okay.
Because even one drink can stall your results for up to 2 weeks.
So when you see, because the protein thing has been a big hype lately, right? You go to the grocery store, everything seems to be like extra protein, right? Everything from your cereal to your meats, like protein, like that recovery part. It's not necessarily, what's the most important? Is it building strength or just recovery that protein is so important?
Okay, well, you do not build strengths here or at the gym. What's happening here is you're breaking the tissue of your muscles apart. That's what workout is.
Okay.
It is only after you finish your workout that the muscle begins repairing itself. Amino acids in protein is the building block of the tissue in the body, including muscle. So if there is no protein coming in, you can break your tissue apart all you want. There is nothing to rebuild it with. So yes, recovery is essential.
Yeah.
Recovery is when you actually grow muscles.
And do you know, like, your progression, is it based off the average? So if I come here last week and then I get, I have a really high one, but let's say that another one is super low. Is it based off of the average to let me know what my progress is? Or is it just based off of beating your max at a certain point?
So next time you show up, all of these numbers will be saved. The graphs will turn into a different color.
Okay.
And you will try to beat your previous self. This is how we achieve the progressive overload. Okay? All of these numbers, they're not counting you against, because today is the first time you're using the machine, we're basically setting up the precedent. Okay? So it is not counting you against your previous self, it's just counting you against maybe your previous rep.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first time you do it, we're just setting up the precedent, and the numbers don't make nearly as much sense as when you already have a lot of numbers saved, and then we can take a look and compare where you were before, where you are now. But basically, this number, the output, is how much force you were able to produce in your entire set. So this number right here is how many watts of power you were able to produce. These are watts divided by I don't know how many decimals, because if they were real watts, the number would be much longer. Intensity is how fast you were able to produce that force. Because if you can produce a lot of force, but it takes you forever, then you're not truly strong.
Okay. Yeah.
So these numbers are an indication of your overall strengths. These are the numbers that I need to see improving.
That's good. And I like that it's like a factual thing. It's almost like a weight scale,
Yes.
where it's like a weight scale. If you weigh yourself without clothes, you can't fake it, the number. This is something that's telling me, like, I can't say, well, like, I tried, I did my best, I was there for an hour, is not based on the length, it's based on the performance, right? So it's factual.
Yes. Length
Okay.
doesn't matter. Your body does not create change based on how many hours you spend at the gym. Your body creates more muscle mass or bone
Yeah.
based on the intensity at which you produced the movement.
Okay.
Intensity is what your body reacts to.
And because this is straight strength training, would you say most people who are coming here is because, and this might be an obvious question, but are they trying to lose weight or build muscle? What is the number one reason that a client might come here?
We have clients from all walks of life. It's so personal. But for most people, gaining muscle and losing weight, it's a very similar thing. Yes, losing weight is more about calorie deficiency, so you have to eat less calories.
Yeah.
But the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn in your resting state. So more muscle immediately means that you will lose weight.
What are some of the things that you didn't expect, maybe hurdles that were like, oh man, we had to get over that? Like, has it been completely smooth, or has there been like some real challenges over the last year?
I think the biggest challenge is this thing is so good that when you speak about it, it sounds like a gimmick. When we say, okay, you only have to be here once or twice a week for 20 minutes, and you will get way faster results that you will get from hours doing traditional strength training, it sounds like a gimmick.
Yeah, you can see infomercials for something like that for decades, right? Like
Exactly.
shake weights and the
Yeah,
thing.
the little like different stuff. Yeah, do your
claims that, right?
But this is
Yeah.
actually
Everyone claims that.
true. So how do we get the word out, and how do we sound like it is true?
Yeah, because it sounds salesy.
Well, you have to be. As a business owner, you have to be. Both of us.
I'm anally so.
Extremely organized.
With my systems and processes and organizations and risk management and da-da-da-da-da. I would say, not that Victoria's disorganized by any means, but she's very much, she's a visionary.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
And I am operational. So it is a bit opposites attract, but I think, the strengths, having both of these in the arsenal is what gets them done successfully.
When you started this business, it's a newer niche. It's not something that's completely out there. Did you already have a target market, and what you thought was going to be your target market, was it actually the right audience, or would you had to shift it over time?
Intelligent people would be attracted to this. People who love seeing numbers, people who love seeing data, people who appreciate science and science-backed workouts. I knew that's something that would be appealing to them.
So for your target market, would you say that it's more so you're going based off of age, or is it profession to try to find who your target market is?
It's neither.
Neither.
I
Okay.
don't think it's age or profession. It's just type of personality who again value time and quality. They do not want to put their bodies at risk. They're people with high standards. That's what this business is for. This is who this business is for.
And one other trait I would add to that is people who are already disciplined.
And from a marketing perspective, because do you guys do paid ads too at this point, or
Just
organic?
word of mouth.
Right now it's word of the mouth.
Okay.
We're in the early stages. We're actually redesigning the website, doubling down on some SEO efforts, but no paid advertising right now.
Okay. And a normal personal trainer in this area, what are we thinking? Like, is it like $100, $150 an hour?
Yeah,
Depends on a trainer.
I think on average in this area, you anywhere between 150, maybe all the way up to 250
200,
an hour,
geez.
right?
Okay.
And here that's each session, right? And you gotta coordinate their availability and your availability. Here, $300 a month. You book your own sessions up to an hour before the session. You get your own access code. You come in whenever you want, from the hours of 5 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Whatever works for you. Come in and do it. You've got your own world-class personal trainer at all times.
And for the person who wants to start their own business, right? And that's the key thing with us. We're talking revenue. We're also trying to inspire the next generation who want to be business owners. A business like this, what seems really nice about it is once you get the equipment in, you have the lease and everything. It seems like it's not a whole lot of labor, not a whole lot of, it's somewhat turnkey. For the equipment that you have here, can you let me know how much you spent for the equipment that's currently in this place? And, what's the square footage of this place? And, what could somebody maybe think could be like an average rent if there were to get somewhere in Alexandria like this?
Gotcha. Yeah. So equipment wise, all in, we're probably around the 150K mark, and then that doesn't include all like the little things, little extras. You bank a couple grand here and there for supplemental stuff. If you're talking about, you got business insurance, right? Any sort of setup fees. You've got obviously the lease of the place. You want to have budgeted for that first security deposit. In the Alexandria space, this space itself, I think, is about how many square foot? Like
1,000.
about 1,000 square feet,
Okay.
something like that. Yeah, and we're storefront property here. Rents about
6,000
6,000 a month.
Okay.
My other space is 10,000 a month. So in the Alexandria, I mean, it's a hot area.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So real estate's not cheap.
So 150,000 for equipment, right? About 5 to 6K for rent. Would you say you want to have enough for maybe a few months of rent, already ready, just in case things don't work out right in the beginning? How much would you kind of,
I mean, that amount, you always want to be prepared for a rainy day, right?
Yeah.
And with any business, doesn't matter what it is, the likelihood of being profitable within the first 6 to 12 months is pretty slim, right? Some people knock it out of the park right away.
Yeah.
But even if you are making a profit, you're usually either like just breaking even or just kind of making enough to be able to feed yourself, pay your bills, that sort of thing. How much money you have saved away is really, I think it depends on what you have available to now, what you think your own projections are, what does your business plan tell you, what does your projections tell you?
Yeah.
If you had to secure a loan for something, right, the 100K up front, did you have that capital to work with? Or did you have to take out a loan for it? Because in addition to all those other monthly payments, now you got to finance stuff, you got to pay back those loans, whether it's a loan for startup costs or it's a loan for equipment, taking all that into consideration. So I would just kind of look at, it's numbers don't lie. Right?
Okay.
So just plan all that out. I would be prepared for like a 6-month drought, minimum. Right? And even if you're doing well, you never know, in some sort of emergency situation, something breaks, something whatever,
Right.
just having that rainy day fund to be able to cover yourself. And just be prepared to, grind it out for first 2-3 years.
That's what they say. Yeah.
Right. And what they also say too is if after 3 years you're still not netting profit, right,
Yeah.
maybe it's time to think about letting it go because this isn't really working out. It's a believe it, you try.
Right.
Hopefully for most people that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But those are just the realities of it.
And, so all in, what would you say the total investment was to kind of get started?
I'd put it about 200K.
200,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. 200,000 plus 5 to 6 months before you really get things going. Not a profit, but necessarily just to be able to handle things for a while.
Yeah.
And most people are gonna, most people are gonna require a loan, right? Because not everybody has $200,000. And from your experience, because obviously you have past business experience with the SBAs and stuff like that, is there normally like a split, like an 80-20, where will they say, hey, you want 200,000? We'll do your first 160, come up with the rest of the 40, or is there a rule to that, or?
That I'm not totally sure. I've gone the SBA route before, but I haven't heard of anything with a split. It was more just hey, what's your business case? What are your, what assets do you have to back this thing up? With the SBA specifically, they don't really ask for, equity or stake in the company or anything like that. It's far more just sort of like a traditional loan.
Right.
So long as you can prove it and you have a strong enough business case to say, no, this has strong potential to actually generate revenue. In my experience, as much capital as it takes to start up, overhead costs, daily expenses, property taxes, loan repayments, any of that stuff, when you get into it, people become the largest, that's the largest financial burden, is people. And you need to be prepared for that, not only from a fiscal perspective, but also, if you're completely new to this, that whole art of hiring, right? Because, what do they say? Hire slow, fire fast. A lot of people, including myself, it takes a while to learn that. Mm-hmm. And, every, however long you wait in order to do that is costing you money every 2 weeks. You got money coming in each month, great. If you dry up for a month or two,
right,
that bi-weekly paycheck is still going out. Those health benefits are still going out. Those payroll taxes are still going out.
Yeah.
So really having a solid foundation and being able to understand what the fiscal responsibility is that comes with people. And it's not just the fiscal responsibility, it's also just the personal responsibility for employing somebody. You're responsible for a little bit their lives and livelihoods.
Right.
So understanding that responsibility and that mentality and being prepared for that is just as much part of the battle as being able to fiscally handle the responsibility as well. So just thinking through all those variables, making very strategic and conscious choices as to when you decide to make that next step and when you decide to make that next investment. Because each one, when you're in this entrepreneurial self-starter thing, each one of those steps could have the possibility to make or break you. So just being really, really conscious and strategic as much as possible.
What would you say is some of your goals with the coming years coming up?
I want to create a space where, let's say, 100 people are extremely happy. Those 100 people who come here, they're looking forward to coming here. When they're away, they crave being here. They love the space, they love the workout. They feel like, okay, I found my place. And would much rather have a space like that for 100 of people than have a space where 500 people who maybe not all the way in. It's important for me to create something of quality that maybe not as many people, but they would absolutely enjoy it. For me, this is an extension of myself. This is my love child right here.
Resources with Alexandria, do they provide, like, whether it's consulting or you can ask them questions, like how, like just like this being your first business, have they been able to help you out to get here, or have you had to learn on your own?
I know they do. Okay. But I haven't asked, to be very honest.
Okay.
Yeah, I know they do have resources for small businesses, but I knew my vision. I felt like I got it. I never asked for support, but I'm sure if I needed it, I would be supported.
You feel like it's a safe place to start a business. It's been going pretty well so far and everything.
Yes.
Nice, yeah, because I know with Alexandria, I love it. I've been living here for maybe, in this area for maybe up to 20 years now. I bounced around from Arlington to Gainesville, so about a 40-minute stretch. What I like about here is that, like, if you are community focused, if you want to start something, there are resources, like you said. Yeah. I think for you, between you guys as a couple, with his experience, you probably bounce your ideas with him, and you guys work together.
Yes. I'm lucky to have that support in him. So, but if I didn't, I know I would get it from the community of small businesses here in Alexandria.
Any stress that comes with, because obviously when I've interviewed restaurants, a very stressful industry. Starting a gym, would you say it's a stressful business to get into, or have you been able to relatively had a good work-life balance as much as you can with this?
I don't believe in work-life balance.
Okay.
Me personally, my business is such a big part of my life, so it doesn't make sense for me to separate myself from it. But at the same time, I am building something that gives me energy. It is not depleting me. So in that sense, maybe it's different. Yeah. But there's inherent risk with any business.
So you're here every day? You're here every day?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Is it open every single day, or is it open?
For self-guided sessions, it's open from 5 o'clock in the morning until 9 p.m. every single day. But my hours are different. So, because in the beginning, people take privates with me, so I set out my own hours.
So there are times when it's operational, but it doesn't actually need you to be here all the time.
Yes.
That's a great business to be in.
I agree.